I slowed down, big bike, doing less than 10 miles an hour, and suddenly, bang, from nowhere. She didn't see me, obviously, until my bike hit her. My legs got really badly crushed, especially my left leg, and my head hit the side of her car. I got really bad nerve damage in my leg, and the toxins that your body produces had basically burnt my own nerves. The NHS did everything they could. Unfortunately, one of the treatments just didn't agree with me, and I went in for what I thought was going to be day surgery, and I came out paralysed from the chest down.
Nerys Pearce was a former combat paramedic in the army, but after her life-changing motorbike accident, she's since embarked on a remarkable journey that's culminated in a new venture with Team Brit, the British motor racing team whose drivers are all disabled. I joined Nerys at Silverstone as she competed in her first ever race weekend in the Dunlop Endurance Championship.
So I got this weird message from a guy called Dave Player on my instant message account, and it said, "It looks like you're a bit of an adrenaline junkie. Have you thought of motor racing? I'm game to always look and try something once." So I said, yeah, okay. Went down to the garages at Dunsville Park, and I got my first look at what motor racing could be for me. I can race on a level playing field because these guys at Team Brit have come up with the hand control system.
So ordinarily in a race car, if a paraplegic needs to use it, they use what's called a push-pull hand control, which is a push lever next to the steering wheel, which doesn't allow them full control of the car. So we've developed this system, which puts everything right on the steering wheel. So on here, we've got the brake paddle on the left-hand side, the throttle on the right-hand side, and the gears here and here, and then a comms button there. So the driver can keep their hands on the wheel the whole time whenever they need to control the car. So a big difference, and one of the things that the drivers needs to get used to, is that the brake paddle is passive. So whereas where you or I would use our foot on the brake pedal, we get feedback through the pedal on how the car's decelerating, they're not getting that through this. So it takes a little while for them to learn to control that via the deceleration that they're sensing in the car.
Nerys isn't the only one who's had to get to grips with Team Brit's pioneering steering wheel. Pro driver and racing coach Abby Eaton, who will act as both mentor and co-driver to Nerys, also had to understand the unique setup.
I think probably one of the hardest things to get right is the brake release. You know, you can hit the brakes, you can hit peak pressure much easier with the hand controls, but actually releasing the brakes on the way into the corner is a difficult part. So we've been working on that quite a lot recently, and yeah, she's getting better and better. Nerys is probably going to take the race start, just because it's easier in terms of kind of getting her out the car and getting me in on the driver change. So it's going to be a rolling start, so that should make things a little bit easier than standing starts that could be the other option. But I think she's going to enjoy it. You know, she seems really pumped today. She seems really up for the challenge, so I think she'll do all right.
My right foot needs to hook underneath my left heel. Feeling really good, quite excited. First time out on the test day. How'd you find that? Actually, okay. Yeah. I quite enjoyed the cars passing. Yeah. And yeah, I didn't find it too stressful.
No.
What did you see on the data? Areas that are going well, areas to improve?
Turn 1 is a place that we can easily find some time. So at the moment, in comparison to my data, there's about 1.5 seconds there. And it's just a pure confidence thing.
Definitely time to be had. Got to get more aggressive and confident in myself.
So that's it for Nerys' practice. Now this testing day for her is over. Next up, it's the race on Sunday, and we'll be back to find out how she gets on. Nerys,
Yeah.
how are you feeling?
Awesome.
How did you sleep?
Okay, actually, yeah. Quite relaxed, quite focused in the zone.
All right, listen, your first qualifying.
Yes.
Good luck. We'll see you when you come back. Enjoy it.
Yeah, so main thing when you go out there, obviously, is remember you've got brand new rubber on, so that's going to take a few laps just to kind of come in. Yeah. Mainly, enjoy it.
I will.
All right.
Awesome.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Well, welcome back to Silverstone. It's race day, and as you can see, they're all lining up behind me, ready to go out for qualifying. Nerys is behind the wheel of car number 69 for her first ever qualifying session. She'll get 3 laps out there before she comes in and swaps with Abby, and Abby does her qualifying laps. Fingers crossed.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like no?
Qualified on pole for your class. I mean, no pressure. How are you feeling?
Awesome. Do you know what? Even that just is an achievement for me, and more than I ever expected. So yeah, I like small goals within a large one, so I'll take that as a win all day.
An amazing achievement qualifying on pole for her first ever race weekend. But to get to the highs of today, it's been a long and often dark journey.
It left me bedbound, over 18 stone, on 12 drugs. The inner part of me was just non-existent, and I hated myself. My friends and family would turn up and I would turn my head because I actually thought that it would be better if I had died, and I tried to end it. I took a load of drugs, but I couldn't even do that because I couldn't get to the rest of my drug supply, so I couldn't even finish it.
For veterans like Nerys, there are wonderful charities dedicated to supporting them, like Blesma.
Your life changed one day, didn't it, with a visit?
This huge guy strides into my room and just basically turns around and says, right, you're off skiing to America in 2 weeks' time. So Blesma put together this ski trip with carers. I got on my ski, they strapped me all into this ski seat. So I fell over one way, they picked me up, no mean feat because I wasn't small. I fell over the other, I was so frustrated. And then the ski instructor came and grabbed my ski jacket and was like, just put some effort in. And then I just was skiing and I thought he got sick of me and bucketed me down. And that moment absolutely changed my life because he hadn't bucketed me down to the bottom of the slope. I'd skied myself, and if I could do that, what else could I do?
Soldier on, keep your heart.
She drives one of the Saxos, so I was just explaining with the hand controls. She's amazing. She is, I know.
Well, there she is on pole for her class, ready for this endurance race. I'm so nervous for her, but I have every faith she's going to do a brilliant job today.
It's actually just completely leveled out my disability. It's made my disability a non-event. And that's just something really special that the team of experts all around me have made happen for me. Go on, Abby!
P3 in class, your first race weekend done, all right?
I love it, and it's been a confidence booster, but I just need to steal some of her 18 years worth of experience and put it in my brain.
You've done really well. Couldn't ask for more, so we'll try and go one better again at Snet. Now we've got this one out of the way and see what we can do.
Huge respect from all of us as well, and admiration, and I think you're amazing. I can't wait to see you race again. I'm glad you love it because it's an amazing sport. And thanks for having us along. It's been so enjoyable.
It's been a real pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.